Breaking just in the past hour, the main opposition candidate in the country's presidential election in Turkey has conceded defeat, clearing the way for the incumbent Recep Tayyip Erdogan to begin a new term in office today. Now, with this victory comes sweeping powers for the president. A separate vote approved those last year most controversy, and that has many people inside Turkey and in neighboring countries worried about where Turkey is now heading. So let's go to Dorian Jones, who's a freelance reporter with us in Istanbul this morning. Let's talk about the win for Erdogan. Dorian, what does it mean for Turkey and the immediate future?
Well, the message from the newly elected President Erdogan is more of the same. He now has sweeping new powers. He can rule by decree with the power of law. He has extended control over the appointment of Turkey's top judges. And we see a very severely diminished parliament. In fact, the post of prime minister now no longer exists. All ministers will report to Erdogan himself. And with those powers, Erdogan, in his electoral victory speech, has said that he will take Turkey forward in a faster rate and warned that there will be a stepping up of the war against Turkey's terrorist enemies. And that is code for the ongoing crackdown that's been going on in Turkey since the 2016 failed coup, which has seen tens of thousands of people jailed, including over 100 journalists. With these sweeping powers, he can certainly ratchet up that crackdown.
And with these new powers, Dorian, what is it likely to mean for the relations between Turkey and its neighbors and Europe, particularly on pressing issues? I'm thinking of Syria, the migrant crisis.
Well, it certainly strengthens President Erdogan's hand. He certainly, when he meets with the European leaders, he has been under a lot of criticism in the past because of the crackdown. Now he can face them and say, I've won a fair, square election with 87% turnout. I have the mandate to carry on my policies, and he'll expect a far more pliant Europe, especially as he knows Europe needs Turkey's cooperation to stop migrants from entering Europe. European leaders have been very much beholden to Turkey, and now that Erdogan has his new mandate, he will be very much on the front foot pushing that agenda. And in Syria, he also sent an equally unequivocal message. He said that Turkey's forces' current military operations in Syria are against Syrian Kurdish militia, which is a key ally of the United States in the war against the Islamic State. He says those operations will continue and they will be ramped up further. Turkey is threatening to sweep across northern Syria to remove the Syrian Kurdish militia. That could put Turkey on a collision course with Washington. But Erdogan feels he has all the cards in his hand. He has no pressure or checks at home, and he believes he has a lot of leverage over his European and Western allies.
Dorian Jones, our freelance reporter in Istanbul, thank you very much.